Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you're all doing well. Today's video is slightly different from normal. I will be exposing the players that are lurking in the dark and watching you while you play with your friends. But first, this video is brought to you by my members. If you would like to get your skin and name in a video, be sure to join now for as little as $0.6 a month. I assume most of my viewers watch FitMC, and even if you don't, you have probably heard of the infamous Project Copenhammer. Well, for anyone that needs to recap, basically private Minecraft servers are not very secure. When most people create a private server for their friends to join, they don't bother changing Minecraft's default port, and on top of that, Minecraft by default does not enforce the usage of whitelisting players. This means the majority of private Minecraft servers follow this format. Host's IP address :25565. It is actually possible to scan the entire internet for IPs and ports using tools like Mcstalkercom. I will talk more about this later though. Using this, you could theoretically find all Minecraft servers that are left on the default port. Minecraft servers by default don't block or track pings, meaning anyone can ping them and gather information such as Minecraft version, how many players are online, those players' names, the server MOTD, how many slots the server has, if the server is vanilla or modded, or if the server is whitelisted. You could then save all of this information to a database and search for specific player names or versions, allowing you to join any server your program managed to ping. Well, that is similar to what two GitHub users known as rfresh2 and AwesomeDMC have done. Their program is known as Project Copenhammer. Like I previously mentioned, FitMC has already made a video on the topic, and I have linked his video down below.
Chapter 1.
When I first watched FitMC's video, I thought it was very interesting, but I had no intention on making my own video on the topic. Until a user in my Discord server started talking about a private server he joined and how it had creative mode enabled by default. I honestly didn't think much of it, but when a mod asked how he found the server, he shared a link to a site called Mcstalkercom. The name caught my eye and I decided to check it out. What I found was very interesting. Before I get more into the details on how it all works and what players are using it for, I'd like to make it very clear that joining random servers and griefing their bases directly violates Minecraft's TOS. While I have joined servers for the purpose of this video, I have not griefed or changed the servers in any negative way. Project Copenhammer is a closed source project and they keep all of their data to themselves. Mcstalkercom, however, publishes all of their data for everyone to use and enjoy for free. Mcstalkercom also has some very interesting features. You can search for player names, country of origin, and version of Minecraft. Using the tools, I was able to find and join private SMP servers from my country of residence, South Africa. Some of these servers had players online and crazy builds, while others were inactive or untouched worlds. Every now and then I would join a world that had already been griefed, presumably by other people using Mcstalkercom or similar services. I tried to get in contact with some of the players on random servers, but unfortunately and quite unsurprisingly, most people ignored me, kicked me, or straight out banned me from their servers. That was until I joined a server from Germany that had a few players online. At first they were confused and swore at me in German, but eventually I convinced one of them to hop into a Discord call so that I could explain what was going on. Before we jump into the Discord call, I'd like to take a quick break and remind you all to like or dislike the video. This lets me know if you're enjoying this type of content. Anyways, after I had explained how I had found and joined their server, I asked them if I could see their base and what they had built. They kindly gave me a tour and told me their future building plans. Hello, it's Editing KiLAB here. Unfortunately, at the time of recording this video, I did not realize my microphone was muted in OBS. Unfortunately, this means I am not audible in the recordings I have of our conversation. So I'm going to add in a few voiceovers so that everything makes sense. After joining the call, I quickly explained what Mcstalkercom was and how I had found their server.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm sorry to swear at you in angry German. I originally thought that you were just someone of our friend group, and I didn't expect you to be some random guy that films a YouTube video and joins on random servers to promote whitelisting. So thank you for pointing the topic out, and I will get to the server host and tell him about the issue. It's a bit intimidating to know how easy it is to just intrude the server and do harm to a peaceful world.
Yo, no problem, man. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me. I know this might be a very big ask, but would you guys be chilled with showing me around your base and what you're working on for the video?
Nah, as long as you just don't do anything fishy or suspicious, I totally trust you. I do, but I think I can say the base coordinates. We're building a kingdom at the moment. Well, it's just at the start of the project. We are building the giant cornfield, and on the green space up there behind the beacon, there's going to be a windmill. Yeah, so next up here is going to be a village. The first house I built myself. Yeah, it's just the facade, it's nothing too special. The small house right here, that's our small base where our whole stuff is. Then we have a sheep farm for beds for farming netherite. And this is going to be the villager trading hall. This right here is going to be our harbor, where ships are going to be built, and like a whole bunch of little marketplaces are. Yeah, the whole city is just trying to get their hands on import and export to give the whole city a little bit of life. You see these wooden pillars and blocks. These are not just randomly placed. These are where the outer walls of the kingdom are going to be. Really, the last thing I can show you is what we are trying to do up here. This is where a massive cathedral is going to be built. Coming over here across the bridge, we are going to build the massive castle right on this hill with the wall going all around here. Yeah, it's quite a project, to be honest. At the moment, we are like 5 people just building this, and other people are building other stuff, obviously. Some people just building a Japanese town. We got a bunch of people that just settle on their own space and build their own town, I guess. So I hope you have the footage that you needed and got a little bit of an insight thank you, or what we will be doing soon. And yeah, I will indeed remember this as a fun experience. If your video is going to be published, I'm surely give it a watch, and thank you for pointing out the issue. You can publish this on YouTube with my voice and shit. I could send you just like a confirmation, I'd say.
Chapter 2.
Seeing their base and the future plans made me realize how important it is to whitelist servers. I can't imagine how devastating it must be to spend hours and hours on a private project with your friends just for some random player to come and destroy it all in a few minutes. Some people may be thinking, that isn't so bad, that happens all the time on 2b2t. But keep in mind, people play 2b2t knowing the risks. And in my opinion, that is part of the thrill of the server. These private SMP servers, however, are meant to be a safe and creative space. A lot of people don't even know that it is possible for other random players to join their server. To be honest, this all just makes me think of Herobrine. This whole situation is like a modern or more realistic version of the Herobrine character.
Chapter 3.
I managed to track down and talk to the owner of Mcstalkercom. He has, however, asked to stay anonymous for this video. To start off, I asked him what his intentions were with Mcstalkercom. He said,
"I don't actually know, I'm just a guy who loves programming and challenges. Coding the website and the backend was tons of fun, and I learned a lot about networking and how the Minecraft protocol functions. It would be great if Mojang could fix this. One possibility would be to have whitelisting on by default."
I then asked him if Mcstalker.com was inspired by Project Copenhammer, and he said,
"Yes, I watched the FedMC video about how they faked finding Jeb on a private unwhitelisted server, and after finishing that video I immediately started working on Mcstalker.com.
I also asked how Mcstalker.com works, and he said,
"It's pretty known how this is done nowadays, but here's a rough description. Step 1. Mass scan. This scans the entire IPv4 address space to find Minecraft servers. Step 2. Ping the IPs and retrieve player information, version, etc. and store them in a database. And then you just write a front end to your database, and how you present and query the information is entirely up to the creator."
I asked him if he was worried about Mojang taking action against his site, and he said,
"I'm not too sure about this one. I have a TOS that might steer them away, hopefully. And there are bigger services out there that do the same thing. Also, technically, IPs are public and freely available for anyone to find with an internet connection. That's how MassScan works. I'm just putting all of this freely available information together."
He also told me that he has recently found a way to find if a server allows cracked or non-verified players to join, though he has not yet implemented this as a search feature. Personally, I find it very scary that random players can just join and destroy people's hard work. My goal with this video is purely to put more light on the situation. In my opinion, more people should know of the risks they are taking by leaving their servers open for everyone. Hopefully one day Mojang will implement whitelisting by default, or make other changes that make private servers more secure. If anyone watching this video plays on or owns a private SMP server, I really recommend making it whitelisted if it is not already. Anyways, thank you so much for watching to the end of my video. I really appreciate your time. But seeing as you're all still here, I assume you enjoyed the video, so please consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribing. I have also recently made a KiLAB Gaming memberships area on my channel, so be sure to check out the benefits with the join button. Quick shout out to my members for all of the support. They help me make higher quality content more often. Anyways, it has been your boy KiLAB. Peace in the Middle East.